Hey everybody, I just wanted to go quickly over a couple of the tools that I've been looking at over the last few weeks. These are all pretty much AI related tools. So we'll get started right away. So it looks like this one is the AI search engine for developers. Now some of these are going to be for developers, others are going to be for general use, image generation, and some other very helpful utilities. So this is a broad mix of tools that can be used by various audience. So this one in particular is a pretty useful AI search engine. So you can select expert, concise, creative, and various other filters, and then you can pretty much select. We'll just select this example, explain the sliding window technique, and it looks like it pretty much looks like it goes through the query, does a search of Google, collects results, and then from there, I think analyzes the requested search. The speed of it, it would show me that this is kind of the speed of GPT-4, but I don't think this is using GPT-4. Also, it is providing this for free, so this is actually a really great resource that if you want any kind of GPT style or AI style answers for your development needs, this is good, and looks like you don't have to pay for it. So moving on, the actual OpenAI platform, fantastic place to start for any of your OpenAI questions and OpenAI uses. So it's got a tutorial, it's got examples, it's got specific examples and documentation for all of the stuff that you can do with OpenAI. The chat completion, which is what most of OpenAI is, it'll show you exactly how to formulate the messages in the code and what the response is expected to be like. A lot of really interesting documentation. You can go into the embedding section, more advanced stuff where you can put in your own data and your own data sets into the OpenAI. Text completion, so speech to text, very cool uses behind the scenes that OpenAI can do, and it can help you build your own tools and applications. So here we got a lot of really useful stuff. We got the overview, the documentation, the API reference, which is the way that other applications are able to contact OpenAI. Some really good examples of exactly how to complete certain tasks, add from production description to long didn't read summarizations, Python bug fixer. And not only can you click on these and see the examples that they're providing you also with the settings for OpenAI and how to actually generate certain replies with the specific prompts. It'll give you the samples. Very cool stuff. And here's the actual API request, meaning that this is just copy paste into your application. And we can open this example in what they call the playground, which allows us to manipulate all of the different parameters in real time and generate the results and see what what these results look like before we put this into our application. So super useful tool. Definitely worth checking out and playing around with if you're trying to get a bit more into OpenAI. And of course, now for some image generation, Image Journey. Very useful. This is their main site. You can check this out at imagejourney.com. The tool itself is actually being used in Discord. So when you go into Discord, there's a bot in there, and you specify commands to be able to generate images. So in my private room here, so you get an image prompt. Imagine prompt. And in the Imagine prompt, you can specify all kinds of, high-tech, modern boat with Cyber River background. Okay. And so while that runs, we'll come back to it in a bit. The other tool is Promptomania. Really, really cool. So it's a prompt builder for Midjourney and other, I believe, Stable Diffusion. So it's a prompt builder. Really, really cool. So let's try Midjourney. So we can add an image or something from a URL in here. We can select our prompt, like the cyber city with retro drones. No idea. Add weight, all kinds of interesting stuff. Okay, so if we were to, and we can continue adding other prompts here. We can specify base image for detail, sphere, landscape. So you can add details, art medium, pencil. Okay, cool. Graphite. Very interesting. Banner signage. So we can do all kinds of interesting things here. So mimic the style of an artist. I like this one. So I guess it's doing base image. I see. So as an example of what these various artists would look like, it's really, really neat. Look at this. So it pops it in and creates the actual prompt. So add image prompt. Delete that. We don't need an image prompt. So there's our city. There's that kind of in the style of that artist. Pretty neat. Midjourney parameters, all of the different things that we can specify. Very neat. Very, very neat. And image size. Now we can copy the prompt. And let's see. Check this out. So here's my high-tech modern boat with cyber river background. So within seconds, it generated these 4 options. And they look incredible. Absolutely amazing. So what we can do is we can either recycle this and recreate another 4 version. We can pick one of the 4 here and generate 4 additional versions. As you can see, kind of you pick one. Like in this one, I created 4 more additional based on that one. And it produces similar but different images. And then we can click on upscale and get a bigger, much higher resolution image of the one that we picked. So I thought this is really neat. Now let's see if we get a prompt. There it is. Okay. So here's our Cyber City drones, Chaos 9. Very neat. Okay. So prompt builder, Promptomania. Very cool prompt building tool. I like it a lot. Another comparable tool to Midjourney is DALL-E. Now, DALL-E is the OpenAI image generation. So if we can take a look at the let's see, a bowl of soup that is also a portal to another dimension, digital art. Sure, why not? Let's give it a shot and see what happens. So it keeps a history of all the stuff that you produced in the past. Here's our soup with portal, and so you can do some cool things with each individual one. Open new tab, edit the image, generate variations, download. So pretty neat. I put in a couple of images of myself, and you can see the original and look at these things. So I guess this is what AI and maybe the world sees when they look at this picture, but they produced that. So here's some variations of me. So some funny, cool things you can do. Now, for all the creative writer types, I have a couple of tools here, which is GPT and Content Scale AI. Both are advertised as Zero GPT detectors. So this one is ChatGPT and GPT-4 detector tool. However, as good as these tools are, it looks like GPT-4 is still really, really good. So this is a blog post that I recently just had generated by GPT-4. And as you can see, GPT-4 is still amazing to produce likely human written text. So this site, for example, ZeroGPT, will highlight the text that is suspected to be most likely generated by AI. And here it is. And out of all of this, only this yellow part for some reason it thought was AI generated, but we can come in and we can change that up real quick. And I'm pretty sure get this to 100, no problem. Same exact text in this site. Look at that, really good similarity. And that is, it's highly likely to be human. So it's 86% likely to be human. And this one is 7. So basically 92% versus 86. I mean, pretty damn close. So really cool sites to use for any of your text generation that you hope to see if it's actually going to be detected by AI or not. All right, we got a bunch of tools to cover, so moving on. There's this one, Super Tool, the Rundown AI. Really neat site. This actually is a aggregator of all of the different tools that you can get, plugins and all kinds of different paid and free sites that allow you to do all the interesting things that AI does these days. You can do video creation, chatbots, writing, so you can assist in yourself in many different ways. Find the tool that you need. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. So good thing to check out for various different tools to help you in your workflow. More into the machine learning side, more into the technical side of things. There's the Hugging Face, which is absolutely brilliant site that has huge amount of machine learning algorithms and machine learning models. So once you get deeper into AI and AI development, you start to use machine learning models and different transformers, different kinds of tools for different things that you want your applications to do. Audio classifications, image classification, you want to answer questions. So various models that do various things specifically that you would need in your application. So this is the home for all of the different approaches to mess around with your data. Moving on is the Microsoft big name, which is Azure OpenAI Service. Now, this is still not available to, I think, the regular folks, but soon enough, I think more and more people are going to gain access to it. And I think companies these days, I think if you're an enterprise, you would already have some access to this. But cool thing to see is the pricing and what they offer in OpenAI Azure. And if we look at the pricing, we see that they have language models here, again, similar to like the Hugging Face. And it looks like the latest one that they're using is 3.5 Turbo, so it's not 4. And there's no pricing available yet. But if DaVinci is 10 cents per 1,000 tokens, that's not cheap. I'll tell you that. That's not cheap for 1,000 tokens. And so 3.5 should actually be cheaper than this, which is interesting that it's not available. So yeah, you can do a bunch of stuff here. You're going to be able to do image models, fine-tune models, all kinds of different, what is it? You can like train per hour prices. So yeah, you can do some cool stuff here. All right, this one I like a lot, the speech synthesis. So 11 Labs, brilliant site. You can select yourself some kind of a voice, for example, Adam, Antoni, Domi, Ellie, or you can add your own voice, or you can create voices from some remote sources like YouTube videos or some celebrity voices, and create those like this, like this text here. So we're going to be generating just from this text, and we put in this audio. Hopefully you could hear that, but that was really clear, really awesome. Another site that seems to be very similar is this Narrakeet. Not only does it have text to audio, and let's see how quickly it builds our audio and generates. So we put that chat in there, and this is all free, so pretty neat. Let's listen to the difference. Yeah, so you got like 20, I think, instances or some trial time that you can use and generate some audio for some sites or some marketing needs. I think it's a fantastic tool. Going on, so we have SaaSGPTers.com. Explore 500 plus ChatGPT resources. So pretty neat. Also, doesn't seem like it's super duper advanced, but overall, yeah, shows you a whole lot of different apps that you can check out. GPT for Telegram, ChatGPT plugins. This is actually a new feature that ChatGPT is coming up with, and they still have not given me access to it. Hopefully soon. Transform your website copy with Superflow Rewrite. All kinds of cool, interesting tools that you can select here and filter by these categories. Chat with any PDF, really neat. So you can drag and drop a PDF. I actually created this tool real quick with GPT-4 for my desktop app, which was actually really useful. But then I found the site, brilliant. So, you can either come here and do this, or you can create your own app to do this. But really easy. Go to ChatGPT, drag and drop a PDF. Here I did that with some legal documentation here, and it was a PDF. And then you could ask a question. It goes, this is a PDF from the Council of Debtors in possession regarding plans, Celsius Network. So you start asking questions about the PDF. Really cool. Really cool. If you got some document that you need to get to the bottom of, just drag and drop. No problem. All right, moving on here, we have Appify Store. So really neat for this particular set of tools, various web scrapers. So if you're a developer and you want to scrape some data, you want to get some information off the site, this is brilliant right here. So a whole lot of free scrapers already pre-built. Google Maps, Google Search, Web Scrape, TikTok, YouTube, crawler and video scraper. That's neat. Alternative YouTube API with no limits or quotas. All right. Twitter scraper, SEO audit tool, search engine optimization tool. So GPT scraper, tool that helps you extract content from web pages. So once you've scraped the pages you need, you can then use the OpenAI something. They want $9 for 1,000 pages. Okay. Yeah, really cool web scrapers to utilize in your applications or in your code to get the data that you need from a whole bunch of sites. Very awesome. Cerebrium, a bit more technical now. So this is AWS, Amazon Cloud. It's an alternative providing all the features you need to quickly build machine learning products. So basically, ability to deploy machine learning models and tools really quick and easy. Again, more development specific, which is the machine learning interface inference. So deep infra, ability to access all kinds of machine learning and AI models through an API to allow your applications to do all kinds of data transformations using very advanced machine learning models and algorithms. So very neat as well, very useful. What do we have here? We have Forefront AI. Yeah, so powerful language models a click away. using all kinds of, again, machine learning models, GPT-J, all GPT-NEO, so open source models that resemble GPT, and you can fine tune your models. So once you, again, start getting into much deeper into applications with AI and machine learning, you start to use these tools, and those are really interesting and helpful ones. So Open AI image generator is similar to DALL-E, and this is, I think, actually this is DALL-E, so the same site. This one was cool. This is kind of just a Python front-end web app application package called Streamlit. So a really cool way to generate really quick web apps built with a Python that can include all kinds of cool widgets and Python built-ons that allow you to manipulate and visualize data in various ways, and this is what Python is really, really good at. So once you start developing tools, I was able to develop a really quick, easy web tool that I'll show a little later that uses Streamlit in order to generate the web front end. It was really, really easy, really quick, and very, very useful. So Pinecone. Long-term memory for AI. Playing around with this right now a lot. This looks really interesting. So it's basically an ability to convert your prompt responses and your prompts into vector databases in order to really kind of have a long-term memory available for your prompts once you start generating, again, these applications. And you start reaching out to the AI and ask it a question, and it comes back with answers. You want to be able to track the history for as long as possible in order to be able to reference all the information provided. AI right now has a very limited amount of information that it can remember from the long term. So you can use Pinecone to assist in creating much longer versions of your chat, almost kind of indefinitely. So I'm working on that right now, and we'll have more on using Pinecone and LangChain to improve significantly the ecosystem of OpenAI and making calls to AI APIs. This one's neat. So this is Microsoft Designer. So this is coming down, and you can imagine this is going to be super duper powerful with just simple ideas. You're going to be able to generate all kinds of content for your art needs and your website needs. So super powerful stuff coming down, PowerPoint presentations and videos, and should be able to easily publish directly, and probably is going to be very nicely tied into a lot of other Microsoft products. So looking forward to that. Clipchamp, good place. Come down, you can generate all kinds of cool video edits using AI tools. So haven't really played with this, but will be in the future. And last one is the Flow GPT, which is a prompt example site. So it has a whole lot of different cool prompts that you can use in your ChatGPT. So if you want to start a plan, you want a blog post, you want a SaaS ideas, over here, click on it. It'll give you the actual prompt right here. It'll give you the response that was generated previously, and you can kind of look at it. And you can even come down here and you can try this prompt. So again, don't have to pay. Looks like it's probably using GPT 3.5 Turbo, seeing how fast this is coming down. But you're not paying anything for it, so it's really nice, really, really good, useful tool. Come down, check it out. All right, yeah. So again, another prompt here is I want to act as a research paper summarizer, and if you want to try this prompt here, sure. Yeah, you can use ChatGPT for free. All right. Well, it's a bunch of tools here. A whole lot more tools out there as well that I'll show off. There's a whole bunch of tools that are posted on Twitter all the time that show new functionality, and people are coming up with what feels like hundreds of tools every week. It's just a huge boom, and I'll show off a few more in the next coming weeks. And let me know if you guys want details on something more particular, and please like and subscribe so the algorithm can pick these videos up a bit more. Thank you. Bye bye.